And it's not always easy for students to make that transition into higher education. I was reading this book by Jawanja Kunjufu called Black Student Middle Class Teachers. Real simple reading, but it was interesting because two quotes stood out to me. And the first quote was, "School is the first place where students learn to fail." And the second one was, "One of the best ways to evaluate a school is by the conversations in the teacher's lounge." Has education got away from putting students first? Because when you're a student, you don't look at things the same. When I started to work in the K-12 school system, I started to see things a little bit different. I would hear things like, "Oh, that student is terrible," or "That student would never make it," or stuff like, "Oh, that student is an idiot." And then I have to touch on this. My Hispanic, my Latino, Latina, Chicano, Chicana, however we want to say it, my brothers and sisters. People don't understand what they go through. Because many of my students, their families were Spanish speakers. And so sometimes the student who's in elementary school or middle school would be the voice of that family. So they may deal with some of the bill collectors or rent or some of the letters that came home from school. And then we're in school telling them, "Yeah, you can go to college, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that." And sometimes we don't even realize that they're undocumented. They don't have Social Security. Therefore, that means when it's time to graduate, and although they may have a 3.5, 4.0 or something like that, and in this case, if you will, I hear people talking about they got 4.7. But when it comes time to go to college, they can't get financial aid. They can't get certain grants, can't get certain scholarships.